Hi guys, it's Hannah.
And I'm Josh.
And you're watching Disney Channel.
Is it the Disney Channel?
I don't know. I like it better without the. Cut to intro. This is part 2 of a video on our first impressions of college life here at Dartmouth. If you don't know, Josh is also a YouTuber. His channel will be linked below if you want to check it out. But yeah, these are some of our first impressions. Let's get on with the video.
Oh, okay. So trips.
That was trips.
Trips and traditions. Do you want to explain what trips are?
Oh, sure. Trips are a Dartmouth pre-orientation tradition in which a group of 5 to 10 of your fellow incoming freshmen go out into the wilderness for 5 days straight and survive.
So a big portion of Dartmouth's entering class does this, like 93%, I believe this year it was. No, actually you can probably quote me on that because they said it during like one of the intro sessions. However, basically, don't feel bad if you're not outdoorsy. Still do it because like there's so many opportunities to just experience camaraderie with your class through trips, and that includes things like cabin camping and adventure quests. And mountain biking. I personally did flat water kayaking. I still have scars from mountain biking, but it was worth it. It'd be like that sometimes. There's also like horseback riding and sailing and 1,000 different types of cabin camping and hikings and climbings and so much. There's even fishing. I had such a good time on trips. I don't know about you, but my trips and my trippies have already like used our reunion for this quarter. Every single term you get money from the college to plan like a trip reunion, and you can go out to like a movie or like dinner, like gelato or whatever you want with each other. My roommate was one of her trippies. He was. I was in Josh's room before Josh was. Yeah. So yeah, I jumped on your bed. Okay, so my trip was flatwater kayaking. Just so you know, I am one of the least outdoorsy people like coming into this, and I think that was like part of the reason I chose Dartmouth to overcorrect for my missed experiences. Flatwater kayaking. Never kayaked in my life, never gone outside into nature in my life, really. Like, I'm not even kidding about that. My family does not do things outside of the house and outside of civilization. So this was actually a really cool experience. We kayaked, I think, like 25 miles down the Connecticut River, and it was super, super cool. That's a lot of kayaking, dude. Yeah, it was really, really pretty. My trip had a shower. We had water. We had a pool and we had a shower and we had bougie as hell. I got the bougie trip, he got the bougie dorm. Who's the real winner? You're right. You decide. Let us know. It was such an amazing experience. You have 2 trip leaders that kind of serve not only as your leaders for the trip, but they serve as mentors. And I think that was something that I found was really unique, that they had a lot of mentorship built into the trip, and that made it a lot more unique compared to other programs at other schools. Like, trips is literally a culture. You get tight with your trippies. I'm still tight with mine. I talk to them all the time, or well, not all the time, but like I talk to them frequently enough. They're I see really them everywhere, and like, for, like a week when you're just meeting people, like you'll automatically have people to like eat dinner with right off the bat. And not only that, like you won't forget them too. Never. Like you'll see them around campus and you'll be like, wow, you're thriving. I'm proud of you. Trips can bring such a wild like group of people together, and you bond over being in the wilderness. I actually met my current best friends on trips. They weren't my trippies, but I went on the Sunrike and it ended up in a in like a small little 5-person group on the Sunrike with them, and now we do everything together. But also don't think that like trips is the only place where you'll meet friends or meet your best friends. You can meet people anywhere.
Literally anywhere, especially the first week. Literally just go up to anyone and be like, hi. My name is.
What's your major? Where are you from?
Like just all that like artificial conversation might actually turn into something great.
And like, you know, this is just a rule of thumb for making friends, but always make sure to exchange like social media and stuff.
Or you could be like Josh and just like start filming them from a distance and then just bring the camera closer and closer to their face, and then you're friends. That's how we became friends. That was our first interaction on campus.
Actually,
that was our second interaction.
Yeah, I was like getting dessert and you like shook me from behind and you were like, boo.
Yeah, and then I ran away.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
I don't remember. I think we were on trips. I don't know how we ended up here.
Okay, so
making friends.
Making friends
Somehow we're
also.
here. We've really spiraled.
I personally don't have any friends. Well, I personally don't have any friends through like interest groups because my clubs haven't been super active.
Same.
And I know some people that have met their friends like through orchestra group and stuff like that. Sometimes you just have to kind of hang out in common spaces.
Yeah. Yeah, like common rooms and dorms are a big one. Or like, honestly, I've made a lot of friends through just like office hours and like tutorials. Like we're all struggling together. Like you bond through struggle.
I guess in classes you can just like, if you recognize someone from one of your classes in the library and stuff and be like, hey, have you worked on this problem set? That's how friendships begin. Or if you're kind of introverted, befriend an extrovert and then branch off from there.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of fell into a more extroverted crowd here, so not only do I know all these extroverts, but I know all of their friends, and it's kind of rough.
We love a bell tower. We had matriculation, which was a ceremony in which we carried candles into a big empty meeting area in the woods.
That was the twilight ceremony. Matriculation was shaking Hanlon's hand.
Yes, what he said. Matriculation is when we all dressed up and we shook the president's hand. And then, and only then, did we become real Dartmouth students. And then the twilight ceremony is when we carried candles into a big empty meeting area in the woods and sang the alma mater.
Matriculation. It was just, for me, it was kind of a funny experience because when I went to shake the president's hand, I like did the two-handed shake.
Why?
Just to see how he'd react to it. So like, I'll pretend I was Phil Hanlon. I'd be like, no, put the other hand. I was like, Vibe, the final part of our video, we're gonna be talking about the vibe here at Dartmouth and how it's kind of different from our expectations, same from our expectations.
I mean, I really expected a strong community vibe on campus, and that's what I've been feeling so far. Everyone here is really nice and really collaborative. Like, with my, I'm taking an honors biology class right now, and like, we're not competitive, we're all very collaborative. We work together, we contribute to like group Quizlets that we all share, which I really like. I
could kind of echo that too. I have literally run into people in the library and been like, hey, have you done your stats problem set? And they've been like, oh, no, let's do it together. And yeah, it's like, I've never felt any pressure to compete really. It's just like, if anything, so like self-inflicted. I think that can be present in specific programs like first year fellows in government, which is apparently pretty competitive. But other than that, like, if you're not going for like the super big majors like econ and government, and even then they have study groups where you can work together. Yeah.
Everything here is just really supportive. Like if you're involved in STEM at all, they always have resident experts in the community house spaces, or like there's tutorials for any subject almost every time a week. Office hours, professors are so accessible.
But for the rest of the vibe, I will say what I didn't expect is how spirited the campus was. Like, this may just be a me kind of thing, but like, getting to Dartmouth, I only had a small taste of like how wacky it is and how just out there everything can be, not in an overbearing manner, but in the way that it's like very welcoming, very homey. Like there's this thing on Dartmouth's campus called Flair, which is basically dressing up in things that you would never wear any other time else. And like popular things are like neon tutus and animal onesies and stuff like that. So just to see how normalized that is and how embraced like that kind of culture is, it's just so like different from my expectations really. And it's just if you want to be out there, you have opportunities here.
It's like a social space for everyone here. Like a lot of people go out, a lot of people don't go out. Like you can choose whatever you're comfortable with, and like I personally haven't felt any pressure or judgment or anything like that regarding that kind of stuff so far, which is really solid. Like I feel really supported here.
With the going out thing, like if you're more on the introverted side of things, don't feel like scared off by this. Every Friday or Saturday night, even if I'm going out or some of my friends are, there's always someone that's going to be in the library working.
Yeah.
And like it's not that we're even from different circles or like anything like that. Like I know them, I know we hang out sometimes on Friday or Saturday nights, but we also understand that like you have work, so it's fine to study on Friday and Saturday nights or like have a chill night to yourself.
This isn't to say that everything here is perfect. Like I personally have had a really solid experience here so far, but I know that there are like definitely imperfections on campus that should be acknowledged, and when I come to face those more, I'll definitely talk about them. But for now, overall, I've absolutely had a really good vibe here.
Yeah, I think it's really important also that we're not trying to like promote this rosy perfect picture of our college, because yeah, of course we're excited to be here and all that, but like we're also just freshmen and we haven't encountered everything, and this is why we're doing this, to share like our full experiences with you guys. We're not trying to like sugarcoat anything.
We've literally been here for 4 weeks.
Yeah, so far it's just been super fun and like meeting everything, and like
for example,
there's a novelty.
Yeah.
It's novelty.
Yeah, and for example, like we haven't gotten to experience most of campus yet. Like freshmen, we have a frat band for the first 6 weeks of the year, so we've been pretty like detached from like Greek life, which is a very large part of campus here. So we can't really speak to that.
Midnight was yesterday, or no,
Midnight was the other
ago.
night, and there were a lot of people dressed in flare running around everywhere.
It was very loud. I had my window open and like...
Dude, I live on frat row.
I think they were having like an event near my hall too, because it was very loud.
Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Hannah, and this is...
I'm Josh.
That's Josh. I have a bunch of other videos on my channel. Subscribe if you want to see more college-related stuff. I'll have a dorm tour either already on my channel or coming out next week, so stay tuned for that. And I also, if you want to check out the archives of my channel, I have a lot of cool college application stuff if you're into that or not. I have a big variety. Check things out. You can see part 1 of this video on Josh's channel. A link will be in the description or in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to him too. And Josh, do you have anything that you want to add?
Say hi to us on campus.
Yes, if you see us, come say hi.
Or if you're in a tour group and see us walking by, scream.
Scream, please.
Scream. Freak out your tour guide. Freak out your parents.
Please.
Freak out me.
Yes, that's the point. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.